I am continuing in my reading. What I'm doing in this series is to read through the entire standard works of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. This consists of the Bible, the Book of Mormon, the Doctrine and Covenants, and the Pearl of Great Price. I am continuing reading in a chronological order, according to event, not according to publication or volume, so I'm skipping around a bit as I move along. And now we turn to the third epistle of John. Not only will this finish out our reading of John, but it will finish out the New Testament. This is the end, the last book in chronological order. His first epistle was largely, if you live in opposition to God, then you are not in fellowship with God, and a warning of the Antichrists that were already starting to spread throughout the people. His second epistle was addressed to the elect lady with basically the same message, commending her and her family for her faith, but warning against the apostates and telling her not to have them in her house. Now, we are going to read his third epistle. In this video, there are no Joseph Smith translations, so in this video, we will not be looking at that. The third epistle of John. The elder unto the well-beloved Gaius, whom I love in the truth. Beloved, I wish above all things that thou mayest prosper and be in health, even as thy soul prospereth. For I rejoiced greatly when the brethren came and testified of the truth that is in thee, even as thou walkest in the truth. I have no greater joy than to hear that my children walk in truth. Beloved, thou doest faithfully whatsoever thou doest to the brethren and to strangers, which have borne witness of thy charity before the church, whom, if thou bring forward on their journey after a godly sort, thou shalt do well, because that for his name's sake they went forth, taking nothing of the Gentiles. We therefore ought to receive such, that we might be fellow helpers to the truth. I wrote unto the church, but Diotrephes, who loveth to have the preeminence among them, received us not. Wherefore, if I come, I will remember his deeds which he doeth, prating against us with malicious words, and not content therewith. Neither doth he himself receive the brethren, forbiddeth them that would, and casteth them out of the church. Beloved, follow not that which is evil, but that which is good. He that doeth good is of God, but he that doeth evil hath not seen God. Demetrius hath good report of all men, and of the truth itself. Yea, we also bear record, and ye know that our record is true. I had many things to write, but I will not with ink and pen write unto thee. But I trust I shall shortly see thee, and we shall speak face to face. Peace be to thee. Our friends salute thee. Greet the friends by name. Now this is an interesting one. My introduction video was a little off. He's not asking Gaius to take the ministry in hand exactly. He's commending Gaius for his hospitality and then pointing out the errors of this Diotrephes guy. Diotrephes, he's rejecting. See, the missionaries would come through and Gaius would welcome them into his house. He would give them food, he would give them a place of lodging, send them on their way so that when they left his house, they were refreshed and invigorated and able to continue on their mission. Diotrephes, on the other hand, he would not let them come in. Apparently, he would even try and shut them out from the congregation. And he would not help them in any way so that when they passed through, they would leave still fatigued. John even says that when he wrote to the church, and Diotrephes refused to let John's letter be read to the congregation because Diotrephes wants the preeminence. He wants to be the top dog, at least in the local congregation. He's basically trying to take over the local congregation. So he doesn't want John's words read because he knows that the people will view John as a greater authority than he himself. And so he is trying to maintain his personal power in the area. Now, he also mentions the Demetrius, who is well known for his good hospitality, his works. But note also, in this letter and in 2 John, he says, I'm not going to write a lot to you because I'm planning on coming to see you shortly so that we can have a conversation one-on-one or face-to-face, which gives the impression that these letters were both written about the same time. Possibly written, the elect lady and Gaius may be in the same congregation. They may even be in the same congregation as Diotrephes. And after John sent his one letter, might have been 1 John that he sent, might have been some missing letter, but he sent this letter, and Diotrephes refused to let it be read. John gets word about this, and so he writes to the elect lady, warning her against these antichrists, and he sends a letter to Gaius, commending him and also chastising Diotrephes, and saying, look, I'm going to be coming out. Almost like he's coming out in secret. He's sending them these letters, let them know, I'm coming out, and I will talk to you guys face to face. I will put everything right. I don't know. It's just an idea that came to mind as I was reading this. Now, as there are no Joseph Smith translations here, I will end it, and we have finished the New Testament. So our next video will be a brief supplement about how all the apostles met their fate. And then we will return to the Book of Mormon, finish out 4th Nephi, Mormon, and Moroni. So I will see you there.